Hi, welcome to Young Readers Children's Reading Club. Today we'll know about how to choose books for developing children's independent reading skills. So here we're seeing three types of children books: children's story books, graded story books, and storybooks from the reading scheme. So let's come and know more about how to choose books for independent reading. So when we start to read books, there are two objectives of reading. The first objective is to develop a reading interest. See, this is when the child is in its early stage of reading, where the child he cannot read because how to spell or he don't know how the phonics. Those are the stage when we parents read the books for children to develop their reading interest. This is guided reading, where parents read to the children so that the children can enjoy the story and develop interest in reading. The second objective is to develop reading skills. To develop reading skills means the child can read by himself independently. For those who want to develop independent skills, the children, they can recognize few letters, words, and they know some basics of phonics. And they can choose the books and they can read and enjoy by themselves. For them, it's very important they can choose the books suitable to their reading level. So that's where graded books will help them. So a child who knows I can read easily books at level 1 and level 2, it will be much easier for him, and it will be very difficult to read if you get a book of level 4 or level 5. So while choosing the books, so what is the objective? Is it reading for the interest or reading to develop the reading skills? So these are very important. We know the purpose. There are three types of children books for the sake of reading. The first is called children's story books. So any book that's written for children in terms of stories or in terms of non-fiction. So these are children books. Then we have a graded books. So in the graded books, on every book, there would be a level, that is level 1 or level 2. Here, we can see here, this is level 4. So these are graded story books. They're from level 1 to level 20 or level 4, depending on the publisher. Then we have reading scheme graded books. So what is a reading scheme? A reading scheme is a set of books where they are specially designed to assist the children to develop their reading skills. So here we see the Oxford Reading Trees reading scheme books. So let's know further more in detail. So children picture books. The children picture books, they are very attractive. They are anemic. They have photos, visuals, kids they want to see, touch. For example, this is The Hungry Caterpillar, and this is very good for our starter readers. For bedtime stories or children when they're getting used to reading, but it will be difficult for them if they don't have the basics of phonics and alphabets to read these kind of children books. Now we go through the graded books. So in the graded books, on a graded book, you can see here there is a level. This is a level 0. Read it yourself in the series with a level 0. The publisher is Ladybird. So here these have a reading levels. So it would be easier, someone who's starting now, they can start with level 0. As they read those couple of books in level 0 without any difficulty, they can introduce level 1, then gradually level 2. It would be easier for children to read books because they have the levels and they can choose the books by knowing the level and educating them. You can choose the books based on the book's level, and they can start to apply the phonics knowledge they have learned to read difficult words. So graded books are very good to introduce when the children are learning phonics and they want to apply the phonics knowledge they have learned at school to practice while reading aloud and reading the book. Next, what we have is reading scheme books. So in a reading scheme means they have a range of books, they for set off different themes and topics. So it will be much easier, and there will be many books from the scheme, not few books. And one example is Oxford Reading Tree. In Oxford Reading Tree, they have levels from level 1 to level 20. So it's a wide range of levels. It's easier to pick up the books for the child. And books, they increase the difficulty from one level to the next level in terms of the content, in terms of the design. So the kid would gradually progress through reading different levels quickly. So Oxford Reading Tree has many levels of books, and it will be very helpful for children because of their stories, the pictures, and the story narration. And here we have one more publisher's Ladybird series. In this picture, this is the Ladybird, the publisher's logo, and here you see the series is Read It Yourself. And Read It Yourself, it is children to read by themselves. This is a level 4. You can see level 4. So it is kids who already can read the book. Level 3 comfortably they can read level 4 books. So we have one more publisher, Osborne. They also have a reading program books, and kids can also read those reading program books based on their reading level. And finally, we have Indian publishers, Pratham series. So they also have a graded children books. They are Indian stories. It will be more related to context, Indian life. Children's they have all different languages, like they have it in Kannada, Hindi, English, Malayalam, Telugu, all Indian languages. And the stories in Pratham, they are more localized. Kid would be much easier to relate to those stories, and they could enjoy the stories from Pratham books. So in this video we have learned how to choose books for the purpose of guided reading, and also to developing independent reading skills. I wish this video helped you to choose the book suitable for your children. Welcome to young readers, to read and to read happily.